Hey everyone, welcome to my channel.
Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me?
Welcome back to the Pretty Candid podcast. I am your host, Marissa H. And thank you for tuning in today. With me today, I have the lovely, the gorgeous Chelsea Ledbetter. Say hello, everybody. What's up? Let's make some noise for her. Let's do it. Hello.
Y'all.
Yes. Okay, wait. How you feeling today?
Good. You know, I'm excited. I'm glad I finally made it on here. You all booked and whatnot, and we both be busy, so.
Heavy on the book, baby.
Super excited about
you always
this.
got something going on.
Man, and it's graduation season, so you know how that go.
It is graduation season.
Yeah, it's like the most hectic time of year other than wedding season in fall.
But hey, that's the chain. That's
Right.
That's
it's like just time to lock in. That's why I haven't been really getting to post too much on my social media. That's why I stopped the Soul Food Sunday early too, because I didn't want it to intervene with any last minute caterings. And for some crazy reason, it be like a lot of repasses going on.
Damn.
During this, I know that
They
sound
dying?
bad, but yeah,
Ooh,
I've had so many funeral requests. It's yeah.
Well, at
it's
least
crazy.
you comforting they soul with the food.
Exactly. Okay.
So that's
I'm
like
saying.
the one positive. So
I got me a whole little spill that I give them, you know.
what?
I'm
You be
like,
praying
hey,
over them, don't you?
And do.
You do.
Have to. Like, my condolences. Let me take this off of your plate. Let me make this a lot easier on
I
you.
love that, cousin. I love that for you. So for all of y'all who don't know, let me say this. Everybody in my family talented, okay? Everybody in the family's talented. Me and Chelsea grew up together, Craigwood babies, like real deal. And Chelsea has blossomed into the wonderful, beautiful woman. Like I don't give you your flowers enough,
Oh,
but
my
I
cousin.
really,
Yes, you
really do be yes, you
You
do.
really do.
I be so proud of you. Any chance I get, yeah, my cousin caterer, yeah, let her know.
Oh, yeah. She definitely be letting people know about me all the time.
All the time, baby.
I feel like I probably got half of my followers from you.
You cat. You're lying. No way.
I'm serious, because I swear, like, I be getting a lot of friend requests or follows on my business page on Facebook, and I look and you be like the first person I see as a mutual friend. I was like, I'm 100% sure this follower came from Marissa's
Keep
post.
it in the family, okay?
Keep it in the family.
Keep it in the family.
Locked in.
So today, y'all know I do a candid cocktail for the week. I'm going to keep it so real with y'all. I was lazy today. I have a corner store margarita in here.
Wow.
And I'm not lying. I can't even tell y'all what brand. It was $3. I don't know how I'm going to feel after this, but it's good. It's good. Chelsea got lemon water, y'all.
Wow. Not her telling y'all what's in my Stanley.
Okay, Big Stanley. I want one so bad.
You do. I'm going to get you one.
No,
you know what? I'm getting you one.
It's so expensive, and I'm just like, why is it so high? But it looks like a really good product.
It's useful. It is. It's very useful. Girl, especially like when I be gone on my caterings, I don't really get to eat like that because I'm constantly on the move, and you be so dehydrated, especially in the summertime. Child, the last thing I want is some hot water. I need ice and lemon on my water.
It be cold all day?
All day. Even in the heat. Even in the heat. Yes.
It might be worth that.
Cousin,
little
I'm getting
65.
one. You getting one.
Look. Okay.
We need you one. Okay? Because it's getting
hot out here.
outside.
Okay.
Exactly. We need you to drink more than your $3 margarita.
And
Have you tried Beatbox? I hear that's like the new corner store favorite.
I was
like
about to get that.
Loco. What was it? Four Locos.
Yeah, Four Locos.
Everybody get the little
Cayman Jacks.
Okay. What was the other one? They always got someone that everybody.
White Claw. I love a White Claw.
Really?
It's like a little seltzer.
Okay.
It's a little cute bottle pool drink.
I think I might have had one. I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
little dry, little tasteless.
It is one of those like things like, oh, you can put a little bit more flavor in
It's
here.
like give me like skinny margarita vibe.
Yeah, like we just gonna go like this.
Like I'm on a diet, but I want to drink.
Just a tad. Okay, so let's get into it. Tell the people who you are. Let them know what you do.
So I am Chelsea, the caterer. No,
Per.
I am the owner and executive chef of Dirty South Bowl Private Dining and Catering. I've been officially in business for 4 years, but prior to that, I had been doing everybody's engagement party, everybody's repast,
Nah, for real.
everybody's family reunion, and people were like, why are you not doing this as a business? I remember I did one of my friends' engagement party. It was 160 people I cooked for. And it was because her best friend, who was supposed to oversee the food stuff, was in Jamaica. So I stepped in for her. And I was like, oh, I cook. I love to cook. But they was like, but can you cook for 150 people?
Okay.
Cook? That's different. I'm like, you sure right, but I sure can. So I was like, I just stepped in and did it. And then from there, people from that engagement party was hitting me up like, hey, we heard you were the caterer for this engagement party. I'm like, I ain't no caterer.
Okay.
What you talking about? I be doing this for fun, not for funds. What you talking about?
Okay.
So, yeah. And then when my best friend, she worked at like all the restaurants you can think of. And she was a waitress. And she always she knew about hospitality and she knew I loved to cook. So she like, man, you need to open up your own food business. She used to tell me that all the time. She's like, and let me be the GM. I want to be the GM. She's like, I can teach you all the different ins and outs of the big kitchens and da-da-da-da. Because she had been working in the food industry for so long. And so when she passed away, because I used to cook for her every weekend. That was our thing. I cook, we get together, we eat together. Like whenever she be in the hospital, we kept our momentum. I would cook whatever she wanted, take it to the hospital, we'll eat at the hospital, me, her, and our other best friend. So that was our thing. So it was like when she passed away, unexpectedly, then I was like, man, I need something to do. Like I gotta something that's therapeutic to me that's gonna help me get through these tough times. And so there we go.
Dirty
Started
South Bowl
a food
is how
business.
we got here.
Yep.
In honor of her. I
Yeah.
love that. I never knew that.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what you're talking about. So now it kind of like, it's sitting on my heart like, oh,
Yeah.
I love
it's definitely heartfelt. And, I cried a lot of times when I was, cooking food and like doing the behind the scenes stuff for the business, getting it together, because it just it made me think of her so much. But it helped me, like it kept me from just being so deep in depression,
And who knew that she helped you get that vision? And then even though she's not present physically, she still put you in a position to where now you helping other people.
Right.
I think people kind of overlook how food servicing, catering, all of that's a big deal.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a lot of people, I know Shane, a lot of people can't cook. A lot of people can't cook. So to have somebody there to like take that stress off of you for your repast, for your big day, whatever the case is, you doing God's work out here, baby.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
that for you.
Well, thank
Look, I'm finna cry. No, I'm playing, y'all. So now that we know who you are, let's get into the topics, y'all. Chelsea got some good topics. I want y'all to know that. She got some really good topics. I can't wait. So the first one is we have 9 to 5 versus entrepreneurship.
Oof.
Ooh.
Man.
Let's get into it. How you feel about it?
Okay. Now, I'm going to say at the beginning, before I really knew the ins and outs of entrepreneurship, I would say entrepreneurship over 9 to 5 all day long.
For
like,
sure.
why wouldn't you?
Same.
Now, it has its pros and its cons. So you have to be aware that before you let that 9 to 5 go, just know more than just that paycheck is gone. Well, you losing benefits. We talking health, dental, vision, life insurance. So you're gonna now have to pick all that stuff up. And wait a minute, that ain't it. When you go start your own business, you your own accountant. You the grocery shopper or the person that go run and get your inventory. You are the inventory keeper. You are the bookkeeper. You are everything for that business. Opposed to working for a company, they got all that taken care of.
Working one position.
Working one position. So that's something, and you're not getting paid for all them different positions. So you have to remember that, hey, I'm for sure gonna make this money to be able to fill in these blanks where it's left off as far as working a regular job, you now working multiple jobs. So I feel like I just hit a point in my business, maybe within the last 2 years, where I have profited from my business. I had no guidance whatsoever in catering. So, you know, that's why I wasn't one of those people that just immediately jumped ship and quit my job. I used my job to fund my business.
Right.
So, you know, it helped me to be realistic with myself. It helped me to keep a balance, and you know, it makes me like just aware of what I'm doing and making sure I'm not making no wrong moves. And if I do, then I always leave like a safe place for me to fall. You get what I'm saying?
No,
So it's like
yeah.
I'm not letting my business make me go broke, you know, or trying new stuff. Because there's a ton of things I do want to venture out and do that is going to cost money for me to put my foot in, like starting a cookbook, starting to put frozen dinners and stuff at HEB, stuff like that. Those are things that I'm looking to do, but it also costs money. So I'm not going to put my business at risk or at a deficit because I'm creative and I have all these ideas. I'm playing it safe and I'm being smart about it.
I think to your point, it is a balance, especially when you, because most people start off with a 9-to-5 and they graduate over into entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And I will say this, I feel like when you're funding your own business out of pocket from your 9-to-5, that's not for the weak at all.
At all.
It's not for the weak.
No.
Literally, I feel like a lot of times people try to push the entrepreneur thing, and hear me well. I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that, but I think, like you said, you have to leave room for reality.
Yeah.
So reality is you might have, perfect example, you might have a month where ain't no shade, nobody getting married, nobody got a graduation, nobody's doing anything.
Yep.
So
exactly.
now the money I thought last month that was good, this month is dry.
Yep.
But I still got my 9-to-5.
Yep.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? And I think that people kind of get caught up in what things look like, what they see people do.
On social media. Oh man, social media be fooling people. Like
Girl.
making them think like, oh, I watched this one video and I'm
finna
gonna
blow.
I'm finna to blow up.
I'm finna blow.
I'm one product.
Girl, and I just be thinking, like, I remember having House of Noel, like, 2019, and I'm going to keep it so real. That first year, Chelsea, I was touching so much money. I was meeting so many people, and I felt like, I can really make this into something. The end of 2020, I remember being like, okay, so we're not at job quitting area at all. We're not. So now I'm going to have to figure something out. And just to answer this, because a lot of people ask me, and I get tired of answering this question, I stopped House of Noel because it was becoming something that, A, was not fun to me anymore.
Okay.
And then, 2, the money wasn't matching.
Okay.
So if when I first start, I'm in my pocket that whole first year, I'm at about like $6K. And I'm just starting out. That's great. I didn't put a lot of money into it. I started out. I think I started out House of Noel with like $130. Like,
wow.
Just on some fly. Like, okay, I'm gonna just buy these and see what happens. But then I'm paying for photo shoots. I'm getting my models together. I'm asking them to take time. I gotta feed them. I gotta find somewhere. People need to be more realistic, and I think sometimes a lot of people shit on entrepreneurship just as much as they shit on 9-to-5s.
Yeah.
And I think it does need to be a healthy balance. Because, baby,
absolutely.
Because this is my thing. Like, I can't imagine myself, this is all I do. Like, just selling clothes or just, I think I would have been okay with it. But I think at the same time, not knowing for sure, like you said, like, it might be a gap in between. That's scary as hell.
Absolutely. And I'm learning that's where your self-push got to come in. Like, you really got to turn into a real hustler, you know, and market yourself, be smart about your moves. Then you know that's not a good time for you to start adding stuff to your load, picking up new business ventures, funding other things, you know, to try to expand. No, use what you have, use the talent that you have, use the inventory that you have currently and market that until you come up. And that's what people don't. People become impatient and they feel like one bad month, okay, I need to do something else, completely start a new business, instead of like really, you know, honing in and pouring into that business a little bit more, going a little bit harder, you know?
For sure. I think, like I said, like you mentioned too, y'all know I say this every episode, but I'm not lying. It be social media. Social media is a drug, it's a devil, it's a vice.
Ooh,
And a lot of people, a lot of people get on there for validation. They looking to seek information, all type of stuff. So think about that. If you only looking at entrepreneurship from this POV, like this point of view, and then you jump in it, like let's say you start doing hair, you start, I don't know, tattooing. Baby, everybody not getting tattooed all year round.
Exactly.
Okay? You might have it to where your hairstyles that you offering for the month, they don't like them.
Right.
So now what? You know what I'm saying? Time to adjust. Baby,
maybe you need to go to another city for a little while.
Go to another city.
Travel. Do some pop-ups.
No, really, do some pop-ups.
People be really downplaying pop-ups. Pop-ups, hey.
I made a lot of money.
I made a lot of money in pop-ups. No shade. Now, you might not see me at many pop-ups these days because
it's messy.
It's messy, and plus, I have this little thing about how Austin be with these pop-ups. But anywho,
we're going to get into that.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people be sleeping on pop-ups. You can really market yourself. If you and pop-ups don't even have to be where you just setting up a table to sell something. You can go to an event and take some business cards and talk to some people. Network. Market yourself. That has, man, I'm telling you, have gotten me a lot of business. My events that I've done alone has been self-marketing. Like, people book me because they tasted my food at a wedding. Well, we killed two birds in one stone. You done had your taste testing because you done had my food. You seen my work.
That's it. You know
that's
what I'm getting.
You ready to go. People be ready. They be like, okay, I'm ready to pay my deposit. I just need to book you on this. Make sure you got this date open.
Make sure that date is available.
I swear that's the best marketing in the food industry. I don't know how it work everywhere else. Probably in hairstyles too, because your hairstyle, people gonna be like, oh, I love your hair. Who did it? So you didn't have to do nothing. It sold itself. Your work sold itself. I love that kind of marketing, baby. That's golden. But when you're starting, you need to go to these pop-ups. Network. Talk to some people.
It is a lady. It's too late. It's one lady. Her name is Stacy Mathis, and I know her name very well because I never forget. I went to Houston. It was me and my homegirl and her sister. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I had enough money to like splurge and have fun, but like as far as like my house and Noel money, it was kind of going dry. I took my whole winter collection. I think I had something previous from fall collection. I had just got some new jewelry, and I hadn't even brought it to Austin yet. I left. I came in there for House of Noel fun because I used to separate my money, so I probably had like $80. When I left there, I was 700 and some change up. Wow. 700. We was there maybe like 4 hours. 4 hours. And I'm like, ooh, in Houston. And and you know, Houston's a hustle city.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So they like, well, how did you get started and where you from? And I still follow Miss Stacy to this day. She still, shout out to Miss Stacy Mathis if you watching this. She still very much is on her entrepreneurial grind. But guess what? She got a job.
I know that's
she even it out. And I think what I really admire about her is she's one of those people where you can't really, how do I say this? Like, you can't really see that nothing's, you know how some people, when they're in entrepreneurship, they get really stressed out. Their anxiety's really high. I met her. I never forget. She was, hey, baby, did you set up? Do you want to come up here and speak? Introduce yourself. Let them know what you got. Let them know what you're doing. She be going live on certain days of the week, and I be tapping into her live, and they just be talking about what they doing. They have Soulful Sundays.
Oh.
At this one little, it's like off, is it off Alameda? I don't know, but just low key, you need to go there. We gonna set that up. We gonna figure that out.
Let's do that.
Look, okay, look. I just look. It's the $3 margarita that's helping me. No, but I believe what you said. Definitely have a balance. Know what you want to do. Leave room to be realistic. I'm gonna say this too. If you are in entrepreneurship, 9 to 5 people are 98% of your audience. So please do not shit on people who are having 9 to 5s.
That, yes,
right.
So true.
A little crazy, if you ask me. So I think don't do that. You know, like I've been there though. I remember. I'm like, oh, I'm a hustler. Like I'm a.
And not to say that leaving the 9 to 5 is not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, you will know when it's time. You'll know exactly when it's time because you'll hit a gold mine and that job is going to be blocking you. And that's when you're going to be like, you know what? I'll be better off without this job.
Yep. Absolutely. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
And that don't mean if your boss piss you off for the
That
day.
does not mean if he didn't rub you wrong.
Put your 2 weeks notice.
Like, I'm going to say this too. Don't be trying to refer to this podcast like, well, y'all said that's not what we said.
Right. Because I got a job.
Okay, I got a job. Okay. And I'm doing this. So, all right. So, going into topic 2. Black businesses in Austin. This was your topic, so I'm going to let you go off so I can,
I said that?
Yeah. You said black woman plus black business in Austin.
So the reason I said black woman, being a black woman and a black business owner in Austin is like extremely tough.
Yes.
It's tough business because it's like you walk into a room and you immediately are met with many challenges just simply because you are a woman and you are black. Mm-hmm. And from my personal experience, I've been around many different crowds, many different people, age groups, social statuses, financial, groups, different people in Austin and in other cities too. And I will say, I feel like I always have to work twice as hard, and it really sucks. It really does suck because it's like, come on, y'all, we in 2024. We still on this? Like,
we
really?
Still on this.
It's like people will love and respect you as long as you giving them something free and dancing by everybody's music. But the moment you say, hey, this is an actual service that you have to pay for, then people scratching their head. They have a different POV. They like, oh, okay, well, I'll think about that.
Yeah, I'll come back to it.
Yeah. And, I just feel like the business industry being black and being a woman is just so stereotypical depending on where you live. I really feel like I see that a lot here more than I have in Houston, in Dallas, Atlanta. I done did food in all 3 of those cities. Did 2 private dinners in Atlanta. I've done multiple in Houston, multiple, in here in Austin, San Antonio. And I would have to say, just overall, the support levels were different. If like every other city, it was great. But here particularly, I felt like, it was just, I had to work extremely hard. I feel like I've been tried a lot down here in my home city.
I think that's the worst part because it's like, this is home, like
exactly.
When I think of making it, because I know that I will, I think of coming back home and doing right by the city, doing right by the kids in the city,
right,
all of that. But it is very disheartening to like go through certain experiences and be like, oh damn, that's how you really feel,
right? Like okay. I don't have that support. Like why I get that support more so in another city from complete strangers that met me on Instagram.
Do you think that it's? Okay, let's keep it real. Do you feel like it's a black people thing, or you think it's an Austin thing? Like, is it black people in Austin, or is it an Austin thing universally?
I think it's an Austin thing.
Damn, really?
And I'm gonna say, and when I say Austin, Black Austin, we got our own problems. I feel like that's a whole topic of its own because that whole popularity stuff.
Yeah, y'all can kiss my ass with that. I don't care nothing about that.
I'm 32 years old, and I am still feeling like, we in high school. Like, if I'm not known, if I wasn't known in high school or in the neighborhood or whatever, you don't get no love like that. I don't care how talented you are. People will support you, but they'll do it quietly.
Or they'll support
halfway
you to a certain point.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, now you doing a little too much. Mm-hmm. Well, she got enough support.
Don't post too much. Don't brag on yourself now.
Girl.
Don't go elevating.
Girl, No shade. I just got my page reported 2 days ago, and I ain't say nothing about. Yeah, they reported my Facebook page, stuff like that, and it's like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
so shady.
girl,
Because
like
you don't bother nobody.
Y'all heard it here first. I do not bother nobody,
They
and I
won't.
feel like you don't either. So it's kind of like
At all. I've heard some crazy stuff, and I'm like, I am the nicest person.
you're so helpful.
I'm like, I will help. I give anybody the game. The stuff that nobody would tell me or teach me when I first came into the food industry, and people keeping it all hush hush and keeping stuff to themselves, you know, from not telling me about pop-ups or festivals that was going on or things, any programs or things that could help my business. It's like, I'd be happy to share that stuff with somebody else.
Yeah.
I'd be ready. I mean, ready. If somebody say, oh, I like that flyer that you made. I got you. You need one? Do you need to know how I did it on Canva or I did it on Adobe? Like, whatever. I'm going to give that game because it's like, I hated it when people would hide and keep stuff from me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's weird energy. I don't like that at all.
I think number one, whew, my thing with black women in business in Austin, I want y'all to know we not against each other.
No, at all.
You could do nails. You could be doing gardens. I don't give a damn. I want you to win. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what I'm on.
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
Like, I don't care. We can't feed. I know one person can feed everybody.
Right.
That's how I look at it. You know, and like for me, if I can't service somebody, I just sent one of my very loyal clients who was just like, no, I want you. I'm like, look, I can't. I'm busy that weekend. I'm booked that weekend. So here goes a list of people. And I mean, I was listing every brunch cooking person I could think of in Austin and sent them to her.
That's love.
You know, because I sent them, I had to take time. I had to go look up their business pages to get their phone numbers or their websites or, copying, taking screenshots of their social media so that they can go look them up to see their work. And it takes real time to do that type of stuff. But I'm like, I want to see other people shine too. You know,
Yeah.
It's some great people out there. It's people that's new. I'm actually mentoring a young lady, a young black girl who's in culinary art school, and she needed a mentor. Aww. And she was like, you don't have to do much. I just need somebody. And she's like, I've been to several people. Why did you have to go to several people to get a yes? It is not that hard to mentor somebody. It takes literally, she probably take like 15 minutes of my time a week. And I offered her to call me whenever she had needed some assistance with pricing for her catering services or plate sales. I repost her stuff on my page because I'm like, why should I make this any more difficult for you than it already is? If it's, you know, even if it was cost me more time to help her and get her through, you know, whatever she needs to get through as far as like dealing with a difficult client or whatever, I'm willing to do that because nobody did it for me.
I think that's the heart that we have. We remember the humble beginnings and like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. Everything I'm doing is trial and error. So we don't want the next woman, let alone black woman, to feel like you are alone because I know what that feel like. So you doing right. Like, absolutely.
Yep. So it's like just, you know, it don't cost you nothing to share somebody's stuff or tell the next person, hey, you know, she does. I don't offer this service, but she does. Or that person do. You know, it don't cost you nothing.
But you know how they look at it? It costs them their ticket. It costs them their opportunity. That's how they look at it.
Pride issues.
It's a pride issue.
They don't want nobody to seem better than them, which is crazy.
I don't want you to go further than where I'm at right now. And that's so sad to me because I feel like that's why we really can't all come on some.
We just mom and pop.
Mom and pop.
We can't go to enterprise level doing this. We cannot.
If we all gather together, it was a lady. You know her, Erin Bowen. She be doing food too. It's like Elevated Soul Kitchen.
Oh yes, okay.
Erin, she bought an outfit off of me, and I never forget. We was having we chopped it up for like 30 minutes after I had brought her the outfit, and she was like, if we could all come together, 5 people in food, 4 people with hair, 3 people with nails. and make like a little, and we all got money to put for a building,
Yes.
we could really have something, but we ain't gonna never get there because everybody worried about the next person.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Big T's in Dallas?
Yes.
That's exactly what I always wanted something like that in Austin. I
was
just
like,
thought about that
damn,
when you said this.
we need that.
We need that. It's literally like a black mall.
Call it Austex.
Exactly.
We can't even get there.
We can't even get there.
It's very sad. I think being a black woman, let me say this, if you are a woman, period, but especially a black woman in business in Austin, my heart go out to you. I want you to win.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm helpful. If I can help, I will. You know what I'm saying? If not, I could, you know me, I'll point you in the right direction.
Exactly.
So quick.
Me too.
So
Same.
please do not feel defeated. Even with what we saying, we speaking from our own personal experiences. But please know you can win. You're going to win. And like, it come with a lot, but you built for it. You know. So hearts go out to you for that, because it's
Absolutely.
it's a lot.
I be ready to help people on their food trucks. Hey, you need somebody to wash dishes. You need a server.
Okay,
I
now you
work.
better not
I
be doing
help.
that. She like,
If
girl,
they starting up,
oh
why
yeah,
not?
if they starting out
You
for
know,
sure.
or if they struggling and you see they a small black business and they trying, I'm down for. I help. I help. Like, that's to the extent that I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the furthest extent to help somebody else.
I like that. I like that. We getting into the thick of it now. I like that. Okay. This is helping us with the next topic. Y'all ready? Being popular in Austin, good or bad for business? What you think?
I think it's horrible. And let me tell you why. Because there's two sides to that fence.
Yep.
So being popular, granted, you might be at the hype of things when it comes to your business, but I feel like people are not honest with you. So you're not going to be able to grow or elevate, because they're going to just kiss your tail and tell you what you want to hear.
Right.
You know? And then it's like it makes you stagnant. You stay mom and pop, like we said. You'll never grow outside of cooking and selling plates out your house or selling your clothes out of your house. Your vision will not be big. It will be small town.
Right.
And that's not what we want as business owners. I've never heard a business owner say, yeah, I'd like to stay in my house forever.
Yeah, forever. This is what I want.
Never like to grow outside of here. This is where I want to be.
Or I think another downside is the opposite of what you saying. They don't want to be mom and pop, right? And so the city has now hyped you up.
Yeah.
And you thinking, and you take a big leap of faith, and then it don't go how you plan.
Ooh,
because your ego's so high, because you know what I'm saying?
And you
because
think
you're
that
popular.
everybody's gonna support it because of who you are, not because it's a great product.
Jada Waiter gonna want me to. Baby,
Yeah.
Jada don't even know that you breathing. She could care less.
Okay.
And you didn't win and drop down 10K on this, and now you.
I've seen it happen.
I've seen it happen,
I've
man.
seen it happen.
Like, and I'm not saying this to shoot down anybody that has been through that, but it kind of goes back to that thing. When you have too many yes people around you,
Ooh,
you don't know. You don't know a no. You don't know a
you don't
fail.
know a no. And then that's when the talking reckless on social media starts. and then you basically bullying people
to support.
to support you. And it's like, who wants that type of support? Who wants that type of support? Are you really growing? Is this a business or a friendship?
No, really.
Social activity that you got going on for the moment.
This is a social experiment just to see if the bait will bite. And now you mad because the bait not biting, and now you finna go online and bully everybody. If it was me, y'all claim, baby.
And then they want to lie and say they sold out. So let's be humble and let's be real, because I feel like it's some real issues with people out here.
Chelsea, you
It's
taking
like
it there.
when the social media bullying don't work, they go to lying about their sales, lying about their quality. I have heard the truth behind closed doors, but I'm like, see, that's their problem, because y'all hype these folks up and y'all not being honest with them like y'all telling me. You know, girl, I've heard some stuff.
I'll never forget. I had one girl come to me, and she was kind of messy though, because she knew the other girl did not really fool with me. Cause We'll get into that too, because we be having the same businesses as some of y'all, and it be a competition when it should be a camaraderie thing. I don't know. I don't know. But she came to me and she was like, yeah, because she didn't even know what size I was. At least when I come to you, I ain't even got to tell you. You already know. And if the fabric is different.
I hear that happens in the hair industry.
Look.
A lot.
No shade. Ooh, I want to say this, but I ain't trying to take
People be like, I ain't servicing you if you come in here talking about another stylist or something.
But y'all be listening.
Y'all sure do.
Y'all is listening, and then at the end of that shit, on the way home, girl, let me tell you what she said about so-and-so said. What you think? Girl, y'all is cap.
See, that type of stuff I keep to myself. I don't even go and use it against the person. Don't dog the person. Don't look at them no different. It's like we all human, you know.
We all human,
and
for sure.
I tell the person, well, did you tell them that? You should tell them that, because it's only going to help them. If you're a real friend, if you're a real client, be honest. Tell them. Be honest. Well, so that they can grow from that.
Whether you think they're going to take offense to it or not, at least you know you did your due diligence by making sure, hey, I told you the truth.
Absolutely.
I said what needed to be said. Mm-hmm. Because I think that's a thing. I think people who... in popular, because I had somebody tell me, like, oh, you're well known. Like, I've had a couple people tell me that. I'm like, bitch, I'm cool.
Don't be putting me that title
don't put
on
me in that. Like, I'm not, but like, people have told me that. And like, I won't lie, like, sometimes I go out or I go places and people, whatever. But honestly, I feel like the people who are not so known, who are not so popular, the underdogs.
Yeah.
That be where the real quality be at.
For sure. Yeah. Exactly. You won't believe like how many people, like even with the owner of Elevated Soul, I think I just crept up on their page because Facebook like suggested them. But I'm like, where they been? That food looks amazing. That setup looks great. Mm-hmm. Why ain't nobody hyping this up? Mm-hmm. This is what should be hyped up, not a fight. Not this bull crap that be going on in the streets or at these clubs, at these bars. No, this is what needs to be hyped up. I was like blown away. It's a few chefs out here or business owners. I'm like, why I don't see her nails. I don't see why people don't share this up, because they're underdogs.
They're underdogs. And unfortunately, and it's probably like this in other cities too, but unfortunately in Austin, if you don't have the right people kind of like vouching for you and consistently sharing your stuff and all of that, people will overlook you. You know what I'm saying? Because me, honestly, I feel like if I'm saying food industry wise, the first two people I think about is you and Aaron. Elevated Soul, Dirty South Bowl. And look, y'all, I done had Dirty South Bowl. That macaroni, them red beans and rice.
Oh,
I'm still mad about the red beans and rice because Maddie started eating mine. I was like, girl, get it out of my bowl.
Maddie was
but then didn't want to eat it. I said, girl. But no, y'all are the people I think about, And I remember when Erin came out too, I think you were still out of town. She started making her own seasonings.
Yes.
And I remember like I was sharing it and kind of she said the same thing you said. Like, I think I'm having more traction off of my marketing, but also because you always sharing my stuff or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's sad. I feel like the whole popularity thing, honestly, it only gets you so far. Like, because think about it. If you on a high horse this whole time and you ain't had nobody to kind of be like, hey, your shit really do stink a little bit. It's not as much as you think. You don't have no time, like you said, for growth. You don't have no time to go back to the drawing board. Mm-hmm. Whereas the underdog, they are the underdog, so they always on top of the game.
Always on top of the game.
Always on top of the game.
Always just think of some innovative way. Like that whole seasoning thing. See, she been doing that. So people are just now barely getting on to stuff like that, if even. Mm-hmm. It's like she's way ahead of the game, and that's the whole key to it. It's like when you get in a vehicle, have you ever been in a car and you like, man, you said, what year is this?
Okay.
You said this a 2012, and they had a push start, they had a GPS, they had this. Have you ever been in a car like that? Like a Mercedes? It'd be like more foreign cars that are ahead of the game, but it's like that. Even in any business industry, you want to stay ahead of the game. But like you said, if you got all these distractions, and you so caught up on being popular and being seen rather than staying low key and doing what you need to do and locking in, then you can't be innovative. You can't come up and invest in your craft. and expand. You know, you just stay small town.
And I feel like it's kind of obvious too when you could tell that the person is literally going off engagement, like they're solely basing their sales, they bookings, whatever, off what's on Facebook.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't know how
big
to
mistake
utilize,
to make.
big mistake. A lot of people don't know how to utilize Instagram, use TikTok, use the other social platforms to the best of their abilities, as well as build a website.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I think when it comes to that, it's really a hit or miss.
Yeah.
You liable.
I feel like that has a lot to do with people wanting to stay in their comfort zone, and that whole popularity thing makes that a lot worse. It's hard enough to step out and be your own person, you know, but especially when you're trying to own a business, you got to be the face of that business. You got to talk and do stuff that you probably never thought you would do. You got to really put yourself out there. That's hard within itself. But when people are in their comfort zone, again, they won't be able to grow. Facebook, you got most family, people you grew up with, people that you're familiar with, people that you comfortable with. So you like entertaining them few 2,000 people that you know, grew up with or grew around, because they hyping, you know, they hyping you up. But it's like, in reality, when you log out of that little blue app, what's real?
If that blue app get deleted, are you still gonna have the same traction and engagement as you're having now? And I'm not gonna lie, when I had House of Noel and I started going on TikTok and Instagram, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, I'm not as, you know, as I thought, but okay, I'm gonna work up to it. Right. And I think, you know, let me say this, cause it's been bothering me. It's a lot of y'all, whatever you do, y'all are not that good at it. And then y'all try to go to the underdog for tips, advice, or not even tips or advice. You just straight copying what's going on. A lot of people, oh, that's admiration. No, it's not. No, it's not. Underdogs, they put in 10 times more work than the people who feel like, oh, I'm gonna feed off popularity. That is bullshit. Stop doing that. If you really real, collab with that person.
Absolutely.
Figure out a way to make it a game for both of y'all. Don't be greedy.
Lend them some of that popularity.
Okay.
You know what? It's crazy. I had a popular person that went out on a limb and surprised the hell out of me and posted my plate sale stuff.
I seen it. I know what you're talking about.
When I tell you I got like 10 orders from that one post alone, 10 orders, like, I mean, within maybe 30 minutes. And I said, you see how that work? You see how that works? So this person is popular in Austin.
Wow.
And shared my stuff. And that they had went and bought from me. And then here goes a slew of people trusting what this person is saying.
Not trusting the fact of the art and what you see, but the word.
The word. That was powerful. So it's like, help that other person out too. Lend that hand. That's because then that person in exchange help you as well.
Because 9 times out of 10, they going to give you insight to things that you haven't thought about business-wise. That they've had to actually sit in the mud and be like, okay, I got to figure this out because I don't have, you know? Girl, yeah, you gonna have to come back for episode 2 because we gotta get a little bit deeper.
Should do part 2.
Yeah, we gotta get a little deeper into this. Okay, so let's kind of switch gears a little bit. Next topic: dating while being a boss. How do you feel about it? Being your own entrepreneur woman, trying to figure out everything. How does that work with dating? You think these days too?
You know what? I don't really have time like that to entertain guys.
Really?
And when I have made the time to try to make some conversation, it was a lot of, oh, you don't hit me back. Oh, you take too long to text back or call back. And I was like, well, my communication style is not like your average girls, like, because I am, you know, juggling a business and a 9-to-5. Right. So I don't have all this time. You looking at things from your own point of view, like you work just a job, you know, and you think like, oh, okay, you got time. I got free time. I said, if you really want to conversate, come help me with these caterings.
I was just
come get up on this serving line.
Cut up some stuff.
Be my loader and unloader.
We can talk when you putting it in the car.
Exactly. I was like, we can have all the conversation you want.
You know, and I feel like that kind of ties into the whole being like, I don't want to say it, but slick being intimidated a little bit, I think. Because to me, the fact that like you bringing up how somebody communicate when you know that they're an entrepreneur, because I'm pretty sure you let people know like what you do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you're like just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say every man might be intimidated, but I'm going to say, cousin, they intimidated, girl.
Well,
They
maybe
is.
that's what it is, you know. But it makes it hard. I'm not going to lie. But me personally,
Look, she laughed.
I feel like that's why I don't want to date anybody from Austin.
Yeah.
You know, because
Same.
I feel like the out-of-towners got a lot better understanding.
They used
You know,
to
maybe it's because like a long distance, so they like, okay, you doing your thing. I
Yeah.
can't see what you doing. So
And I feel like certain cities, they used to women being in the hustle and bustle. Like they used to women being like, oh, I got to do hair later on, but then I got to do these nails, but then I got to go pick up the kids.
Right.
But I got to go to work in the morning. So what we finna do? Okay, well, you know, and they know how to adjust. I think, I don't want to say it. Small town, small mind.
small town, small mind.
You
Even in
feel
the
me?
dating world, ain't
Even
that
in
crazy?
the dating world, like,
I'm not gonna lie. The Austin guys that I've talked to, but dudes from other cities,
yes.
they respect it. They like, oh, I love that.
They'll add to it on the cool. If
Yeah,
you,
they'll
you
add
know?
to it. Yeah, and it makes them want to step up and be like, man, I want to boss up too.
Remember that pop-up shop I was telling you about in Houston? I never forget the night before. No, was it the night before? The night before I was with my little friend. This was like years ago in Houston. And I remember like I was going through my inventory that morning trying to make sure I have count so I can know what I'm spending. And before I even like, he was talking to me, he said something. I was like, I don't know, but count them earrings and make sure it's this many. And he kind of, when I said it, I was like, ooh, he finna get like, you know.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's like, all right, you got 10 right here. What else you need me to do? And I'm like, yeah, all right, do this too. And can you take my thing to the court? I love a man that support my hustle.
Oh man, that's so attractive.
Woo,
When you got a business and they just become an employee
yeah, a promoter, an employee,
and share your
promoter.
stuff, you like, okay.
Look, I mean, thank you, babe. I love that.
Okay, little assistant.
Okay, what they say? You have been promoted to.
Right, yeah.
No, but I'll be honest, cousin, you ain't missing nothing, especially here, because I vividly had a bad experience, and low key he started to hate me a little bit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like he see me doing good. Everybody used to pull up. I had it jumping like the 1st and the 15th. Everybody pull up in the outfit. It'd be 9 o'clock at night, Chelsea.
Right, because you used to be on live.
I used to be on live. I used to be posting. He'll be like, oh, it's somebody else finna pull up for an outfit. And I remember I was like, what's wrong with that? Like, what's
yeah.
So it took me like 6 months to realize, like, oh, you kind of hating a little bit. All right.
Yeah.
All right, get up out of there. But no, I think dating, being a boss lady, because you could tell the real boss ladies, they handle stuff. Like, that's why I be admiring how you be handling stuff. You just so like, it's going to be all right. I'm going to take care of my business. I'm not worried about a thing, everything. And I be like, that's my cousin. Because I be wanting to handle stuff like that. But in my mind, I be like, nah, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But I'm working on getting there.
You know what? I feel like, you know, that's kind of like who I am. You know how I am.
Right.
But it made it easier for me to handle certain situations in business professionally, and I always wear a professional hat in any situation. Like even in my personal life, you know, like on my personal page, I always keep in mind I'm a business owner. There's only certain things I can post on here or certain ways I can be on here because you want to, you know, not make yourself embarrass yourself because people really like, especially when you're a small business, they want to get to know who you are. And I feel like that's even the truth for people who big time.
Yeah.
When people get a glimpse of your personal life, it's like they judge your whole entire everything, business, personal, whatever, off of what they see you posting. So it's so important to always remember folks is watching and they gonna always judge you off of, even with the personal stuff. I've heard people say, it's my own page. If they don't like it, they can get off. but you're a business owner. You are that business. You are you are the face of that business.
I feel like you talking to me.
So,
I know you not, but I feel like
but you know,
I do be tripping sometimes, and I'll be like, because I guess this right here, like I don't know if it's
supposed to be entertaining.
It do be entertaining because I be saying what the hell I want to say. Because who gonna do what?
But you know what? People know that, like, that you mean well. I personally, I would tell you if I feel like I'm like, now
you going too far, girl.
Marissa, don't let little Jimmy come out of you.
Man,
now.
Jimmy
tripping.
Red
but
Jimmy,
no,
Big Red. No,
I feel like sometimes, you know, people need a nice little read. They might not always. I'm the type of person, you gotta really push me over the edge, and I jump back up, and then I get you. But certain people, when you get me close to that edge, it's up from there, you know? And sometimes people need that. I wish I could get at the people.
I'm gonna let y'all
But I be
know.
thinking of the positive. Oh, this person, they going through this. I'm thinking of their whole life. Oh, they went through this growing up, but they, see, you and Cammie and other people.
I'm gonna let y'all know right
y'all
now.
Gonna be,
this is my cousin, first cousin at that. If she won't, I will. So please, let's keep it very cute and professional. What you say?
Will,
professional hat.
Yes.
Let's wear it. Let's all put it on together. Okay, boom. We got
our
our professional hat on.
on.
Don't piss her off and don't piss me off. That's all I'm gonna say. But no, I be so proud of you. I be
Thank
very
you.
much looking at your work, and I just be like, oh my God, she doing her shit. She doing it.
I could tell you be so proud.
I be
it
so
be
proud,
in your
bro.
post. How
Yeah.
you be capturing it, like, stop playing with my
Yes, please stop for real, because like I'm not trying to be funny. In Austin, I'm sure there's people I don't know about, but I didn't ate a lot of food from kitchens, from actual restaurants, whatever. And I'm gonna say this: it's businesses out here who running a whole restaurant 6 days out the week that don't taste nothing like your food. Your food is extraordinary, and I feel the same about Aaron too. And I just really, you know what? We gonna work on something this summer. We
Okay.
do. Yeah, I don't know what, but it's on my heart. So I feel like we need to work on that
Yes.
because it y'all need more. And if I can do that, I feel like let's do that. So
Absolutely.
we're gonna get into that.
I would love to collab with some other underdog chefs.
Yeah.
Like during that competition I did, Black Future House for
remember
South
that.
by Southwest, girl, me and those two other chefs, you would have never thought we were competing against each other. We was helping each other with stuff. Like, we still close friends now. One of them hit me up and they was like, hey, I got this event in Austin. He's from Houston. He was like, it's at the Facebook corporate office. You think you can help me? Hey, I got to work that day, but hold on. I'm going to get my mentee to help you.
I'm gonna get somebody.
I literally got her to help him. But it's like we tight like that. You know, it's never no real beef like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and people, oh man, especially like the people that support us was trying to hype up this, oh, you know, you should have beat him. Your food was better than him. And I was like, it's cool. He's a great chef. He know what he doing. You know, he was from Eritrea, am I saying that right? In Africa?
Yeah.
And so his palate is different, but I respect what he doing. He had his presentation looked amazing, and he go hard. You know, he can cook. And the other young lady, she's from Nigeria. She goes hard too. Like, I ate both of their food. Their food was amazing.
And probably learn something on the way. Like,
Right.
what's
And
that saying?
literally, when we went to do our media day, the day before the competition, they didn't say exactly what we needed to bring, if we need to bring food or not. I was the only one that came with food. I cooked for everybody. Nobody complained like, oh, this or that. Nobody wanted to be the star of the show or to pick me.
It was fine. It was cool.
We was all happy. We did what we had to do. I shared some of my ingredients with them so they can do their photo shoot, because they needed something to cook in their photo shoot.
See, that's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
That's how it's supposed to be.
All black young people just trying to get it.
I said, like, my last episode, we were talking about whether black people are our own worst enemy and stuff like that. And I feel like Danielle was here, and she was basically saying, like, I feel like we have potential to grow and be more of a village than the village that was set before us, you know, through
Right.
generations. But what do you feel like would take for that to happen? Because I'm going to be honest, when she was telling me that, I really was like, well I don't know what it's going to take for that to happen.
Community. I was on another podcast with Paul Wizzo.
Okay.
And I learned so much from everybody on there. And I mean, when I tell you, it was just a plethora of information given, free information. And they were like, hey, if you need help with XYZ, hit me up. And I mean, super knowledgeable about the business part of it, business aspect, meaning like the legal part, grant money, all of that stuff I had never even known about. They were breaking it down. If you had questions, I mean, we on a live podcast and we talk. Hey, I didn't understand. What did that mean? They'll break it down for you.
What's the name of the podcast?
I shared it on my page.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at it.
Something with Paul Wizzo.
Okay.
But the podcast interview was just, I felt like, you know, I was the one that was just like a special guest or something because they share so much beneficial information with me. It was like, I loved it. It was no holding back. It was no, I'll share the rest with you when you subscribe to such and such for a small fee. No gatekeeping. Not even. That. And then he asked, is there any fees associated with these courses? Because they offer whole courses and we'll do a one-on-one with you. Oh, wow. And he was like, no. He was like, I just want everybody to win. He said, it ain't taking no money out of my pocket helping somebody else. I said, see what I'm saying? It's that right there. He said, it's about community. He said, that's the only way that us Black people are going to grow outside of this small mind frame that, me sharing something is going to hurt my pockets, or, you know, help, like I'm helping too much the next person come up. So they hated that. We all were on a mutual agreement that we hated that thought in the Black community. So he was like, we need community. We need to be able to not gatekeep information and support each other. And that's what a community does.
I think community is definitely the biggest factor to that, right? But I think if we can get people out of that space of feeling like, if I help you, I'm gonna get cheated on the back end for myself, and I think that just becomes like,
or scared that the person is gonna do good at excel at whatever it is, and it's more of like get glory for it. And
I think that's a lot of people fear, is if I help you with this, I won't get the recognition you might get. But it's like, at the same time, do it matter?
Right.
Because you know what you did. So then good karma follows, bad karma trolls. That's my favorite thing to say. Like, you do anything bad karma gonna troll you down to the boots. Good karma follows. It comes full circle all the time. Like you said, you will always, each one teach one. Like, you are always willing to help, to step in. You a whole mentor to somebody. And then look at that, you go to another podcast and they giving you free game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like once we can get people to understand that, like, you're going to be okay regardless, you don't have to worry about the outside and how that's going to look for somebody else, just focus on you, then we could then make greater in the community. And I think that's the biggest part of it. So I do agree with them. I think community is it.
When I did a pop-up, and I plan on doing the same pop-up again. It was called Brunch and Trap. And at that pop-up, you know, people were like, oh, you gonna have other food vendors there? I was like, why not?
Why not?
They offer something different. We all don't cook the same thing. And even if we did, why not? We had so many people come through there. I couldn't feed all the people, right? You know, and again, you know, different people might want to taste different things. So I'm like, I'm not intimidated by my brother or my sister coming here to make money and expand their business and let, you know, getting their name out there. I'm not intimidated by other people, right? You know, and what they got going on. I want it, like you said, I want all of us to win. Literally, I was so focused on trying to help the other vendors. I really wasn't even concerned with selling my food. I didn't care. I started giving my food away for free. Like, that's how much I don't care. And I feel like when it's something that you love doing, money don't matter. You know, the money's gonna be there. Let's just say that. Okay. You gonna make your money. I mean, I had bought all these groceries. Girl, I was out there frying chicken, fresh chicken, waffles, giving stuff away. I did not care at that point. They sold out of their food. I'm happy. Everybody was happy walking away, counting their money. The drink vendors, the clothes vendors, everybody was happy.
And that's how it should be.
And I was that's where I got my joy from. That's where I won it. That was my payment, was seeing everybody else, you know, succeed at that pop-up that I did. I invited them to that. So that was big to me. That was more to me than what any dollar amount would be. So
you know what? Before we close out, I want to say this. That's exactly why you're going to forever win. You're going to forever be blessed. You're going to forever have good things come your way because you have the kind of heart that you have in real life, in your personal life, and in business. And I think, like you said, you got to have that passion and drive. So I'm happy we doing this because more people get to know Chelsea for real. Like, know who it is behind Dirty South Bowl and know your heart for real. So it can't be no misunderstandings. So, I want to say this. Thank you so much for coming today.
You're welcome, darling.
Thank
you for having me.
No,
I enjoyed this.
yeah,
I had
girl.
such a great time.
And you know, I'm feeling a part two to this.
Absolutely.
I think we need to
sure.
deep dive some more. But no, you were amazing today. I wish you so many things. I know they're gonna come to fruition very soon. We're gonna make sure of it.
That's right.
So y'all, once again, we thank Chelsea for coming out today. Dirty South Bowl, I'm going to put that in the comments and into the description so you guys can go follow her, get you a plate, get your graduation catered, your baby shower, your divorce party. Who knows?
Right. Bachelorette party.
We don't discriminate over here. You know what I'm saying?
All.
We do it all. So no, I want to thank everybody for following, for subscribing, for showing all the love. Y'all don't have to do it, but y'all choose to do it. And so forever, I appreciate that here at the Pretty Candid Podcast. I hope y'all have a great week, a great day. And if you're not, you will. And we will see y'all next time. So closing out. Yeah, and cut. Boom. I be loving to do the cut. I don't even know if they really be cutting it.
When you see and realize what you missed out on, you are going to choke.
Focus.